All of the questions you're asking lead me to believe that you probably want to run this place.
Hello.
Ms. Lee,
Yes.
my name is Danny. I'm calling on some commercial space. That's your building, yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's my building.
Good for you. But you don't operate the laundromat. You don't run the laundromat.
No.
Okay. Well, let me tell you what I'm interested in. I've been doing coin laundromats, Ms. Lee, in the tri-state area for almost 20 years. And my partner and I, we go out and we scout these laundromats. We're interested in talking terms with you, the landlord. We want to sign long-term leases and then retool them, reinvigorate them, put new equipment in and operate them. I'm not a broker. I'm not selling anything. I'm not trying to flip these stores. I want to be a better tenant, if you will, and obviously run more laundries. I don't build them from scratch because it's hard to make that money back. I don't buy them from the existing operators. I've just learned that that's not really the recipe that works for me. And look, if you're thrilled with your tenant, God bless America, I wouldn't change a thing. But I'm not here to step on toes or hurt feelings. When I walked through this store, about 80% of the equipment is out of order. They've got some hazardous areas where kids could get in behind the machines and get hurt, God forbid. And maybe they make money doing drop off. I don't know. It looks like the glass broke on the front of the building and they replaced it with wood. It just,
If you lost your mind, where did you get that?
Sporting goods store, honey.
again, not to hurt anyone's feelings, but the way we run our stores is very different. No negative signs, stay off the tables, cameras are watching when obviously they don't have any, stuff like that. It sounds like a bash fest, but that's not what I'm here for. I want to throw my hat in the ring if and when the time comes. I'm after infrastructure. The gas, water, electric is here, and that's what we're interested in, if that makes sense.
Okay. I still don't quite understand what exactly you want from me. For example, I don't own the business. I own the building. By the
Understood.
way, how you get my phone number?
Sure, I said that in the beginning. I got it from the corner store. They were very nice. We talked for a few minutes and they provided your number.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Well, let me
So I
explain.
don't
It's important that you understand. Maybe we can't do anything today, Ms. Lee. I get that. We're so used to telephone ringing and someone selling newspapers or they want us to do X, Y, Z. That's not what this is. Call it an introduction. We've physically walked this store on a Tuesday, on a Sunday, and it's just kind of a nasty laundromat. And I want to run a much better one. So if and when the time comes, when your tenant ends up month to month or they say they've given up the ghost, call me. We'll talk terms. We'll try to beat you up on the rent and we'll make a better store out of it. Mostly by just spending tons of money on equipment, if that makes sense.
So your business model is that you usually deal with a landlord, your tenant.
100%. Yes,
So you
ma'am.
don't buy the laundromat from the existing owner. They own the business there.
Right. Correct. I don't. I have plenty of
You don't.
time. I've been doing this for almost 20 years and I've got stores all over the tri-state area. The first store I ever opened, I bought it from somebody. And let me ask you, what do you think this business is worth? It's, I can answer the question. It's rhetorical, obviously, but I just don't see value there. You know what I'm after? The pipes in the walls, the gas, the water, the electric. That's what I want, and I don't pay for it. Because eventually these places either retool, they sign a new lease with you, or they fall apart.
Yeah. My question is this. I mean, if I look at it, I look at it this way. You get it from me. You probably don't have to pay for the business. So we got a lease. You start to rent it. But you need to, if the store is as bad as you said or as you see, you're going to put a lot of money there.
Correct.
Versus that if you bought the business and you fix them, you still have to pay the fix. If the same, let's say you $100,000, you need to put it there. If you get it from me, you just put $100,000 plus every month's rent. So if you get it from them, you have to pay them to buy the business. You still need to put $100,000 there. Is that the rationale?
Well, frankly, I'm a little confused because the difference is this. What do they own? They own the equipment that's in there, and frankly, it's junk. Again, Miss, you're not an expert in laundromats. I don't call myself an expert in laundromats. I'm learning every day. But this business is, the preponderance of this business is equipment. That's it. Washers and dryers. And their washers and dryers are at end of life. They're, like you said, constantly fixing them. So let's just get that out of the way because I want to make you understand, because we could talk, I don't know, 6 months or 6 years from now. I'm not buying buildings currently. It depends on the state of real estate. I'm just not doing that. So my partner and I, it's a zero-sum game. We sign the lease with you. If and when the time comes, they could take their equipment with them, sure, but they're not allowed to touch the infrastructure. They can't touch the gas, water, electric. That's part and parcel of, not the F&E, but the infrastructure. You know that. That's in every lease. They can't touch it. So I'll still have the copper, I'll still have all of the drainage, everything I need to be successful. And absolutely, I spend about $150 a square foot on washers and dryers. I know what color to paint the walls. I know how to run proper security. Eventually we'll be a 24-hour center.
How many laundromat deal you have done?
I had 36 stores in 3 states.
I'm just trying to understand, I don't know who you are.
Sure.
So if you have 30, so you have 35 to run, or you've been through 35 deals?
36 physical locations.
You own them currently?
Correct.
How you manage those 36?
Sounds like you want to run some laundromats. I use contract attendants in the stores. They're all cash stores as well. I like your style because you're asking great questions. Some of the questions that potential operators ask: should I be card or cash? Should I use attendants or be an unattended laundromat? Figured out the best answers to years ago, and this is the way that we run these stores. You meet somebody that works. Sorry?
Okay.
You meet somebody that works at McDonald's and you think, good, I hope you're 17 years old, you're starting your life. You meet somebody that owns a McDonald's, you think, oh, okay, they're probably going to hamburger college. Now you meet someone that says, well, I've got 36 McDonald's stores. It's a little different. They must have been able to figure out how to scale, how to build that empire. And that's something that we have done. My partner would be your guarantor here. And it sounds like, you've taken the time to ask some really good questions. And when I walk into this store, it smells. They haven't done the drain troughs in a very long time, if they do at all. The whole front of the store has this wood clad up because some kid's skateboard hit the glass. It's not attractive at all. And I wouldn't send my worst enemy in there, frankly. We just want to change that and lease the space from you and help you elevate your center, if that makes sense. You said you don't know. You said you don't know who I am. Correct. We got your number, like I said, from another tenant. I'll happily email you, and who knows? This guy looks like he's month to month to me. I don't know. I mean, we're not even entertaining a lease right now. But if you tell me, hey, I want to collect X, I'll say, well, that could work for us. But the difference with us versus your current tenant would be the massive debt service. He's not paying anything for this equipment. It's been paid off for a long time.
Maybe. I do not know that.
Well, that's true. You never know, because if he bought this, again, I'm not asking, but if this operator bought this store from someone, he might owe on it. He might have debt service on it. I don't know.
I don't know what's your other laundromats, what location they are there, but the area, right? If you put a perfect laundromat there, do you think that's is
you
want
to run this place yourself, don't you? That's
What
a
do you
yes.
mean?
You want to run the laundromat
Well,
yourself. You should. You can. All of the questions you're asking lead me to believe that you probably want to run this place.
no.
No, no, no.
Why?
Okay. Well, it's your business. You own the building. If this
Because
guy's
listen. You. Every time when I ask you a question, you're thinking, I want to. If I want to, I want to.
I lost you there. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still.
Your phone's just breaking up. I'm sorry. Having this lovely conversation, and I lost her, and she's calling back. She loves the Danny. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. You were saying.
Hello. Yeah. It's not that I'm asking these questions. I want to understand if you know the area, because I'm thinking, like you said, you're going to put a good laundromat. You're going to make it look really nice. But I do think, each location, each town is different.
Of course.
Um,
Well, we've
I
done
don't
our
know
we've done our demographic research study.
I
We
don't.
know, yeah, we know what's going on here, and it's a good
You,
location. There's also not really much in the way of additional laundromats that would be competition for us.
well, that's true. But in terms of location, Patterson is is uh, is is a different town. I don't know what your laundromat, what your other laundromats are, and what type of town. So,
Are you talking about gentrification? Is that what you're referring to?
what I don't even understand what that word means.
Okay.
So,
Well, it's your, that's your lament. So you tell me, how is Patterson different? What do you mean? And God bless you. You speak at least two languages, so I appreciate that.
No, why? I think I'm not going to ask you questions. It seems that you get all the questions. Now you're getting it to me. All I'm asking is trying to see how much you understand the business, how much you understand your customer, how much you understand the location.
This would be a
I
great
don't
location
have
for
any.
us,
Okay, all right, that's fine.
or I wouldn't have called.
That's fine. Mm-hmm.
And the biggest leg up, the biggest reason I'm intrigued, I'm not thrilled. I'm not jumping up and down. I'm not doing backflips over this spot because you and I aren't even talking lease terms. The biggest leg up for me, I've said it several times, the infrastructure is there. I don't have to build this place.
Well, do you think this size-wise
It's a good
is it
footprint,
too
again, or I
small?
wouldn't have called. Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, we got to know each other a
All
little
right.
bit. I'll send you an email. Is this your cell phone number?
That's my phone number. Yes.
Okay. Text me your email address and I'll send you an email. Last question. When do you think we might talk? When do you think we might actually discuss lease terms here?
I do not think this will happen soon because they've been doing business there for quite some time,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
Well,
But
those
it's good to
I know what you
know.
mean. I
Good
can
to
read,
know.
but I can read between the lines. But those two things you said are mutually exclusive. You said, I don't think it will happen anytime soon because they've been there for a long time. Well, a restaurant that's been somewhere for a long time is great for that restaurant. It means customers are coming in. They're full on Tuesday. They're full on Saturday. They're turning people away. Everyone loves their recipes, right? What does a restaurant have? Food, service, atmosphere. In a laundromat, no one cares about the operator. So mutually exclusive. If they've been there for a long time and they don't come back and re-sign with you and retool and spend money, they're chasing nickels by spending dollars. They're trying to keep this equipment afloat and keep it running. I've seen it happen. It ends up being pretty messy. But hey, I consider you a friend. I'm glad we talked. I'll send you my full contact and I'll CC my partner when I send the email. And who knows? I hear what you're saying. I can read between the lines. Maybe we'll talk in a year and we'll talk lease terms. I'd love to show you what a good laundromat looks like here.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Text me your email address.
Bye.
Ciao. She did. So, look, this is the first telephone call that we've ever made and had contact with a landlord. That was a good, lengthy discussion. So I can tell you what I think, and I can also go into the background of why I think it. But the first thing I want to know is, what do you think?
So she was very wary about what do we feel about the location, and I don't think she was being truthful of what she thought about Patterson. I think she has a very negative connotation about the city, and basically saying that.
Well, let's not get into throwing lawn darts at people here. It's not about, everybody's not trying to get over on you. You know, it's not it. She's being very thoughtful in trying to understand the laundry business, and I think I'm right when I said you're thinking of running this place. Did you hear how 3 seconds went by before she responded? That's a yes. I ask very poignant, very straightforward. I'm not a bullshitter, so I said, you want to run this place, don't you?
And she said no.
Hey, Juan, do you like pizza?
I love it.
Okay. There's not some long, weird pause, right? I asked a question, and she was like, yeah. Landlords don't ask those kind of pointed questions. But then when she said, do you know Patterson? She's trying to say, I think you're right, that it wouldn't work there. It's like, no, it's going to work. But at the very end, hey, we called her 2 times. You got the right landlord's contact number. We made ourselves crystal clear. The next thing that's very telling is, will she text her email address? She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to do that. But you got the right phone number. Do some more research. Find her contact telephone number. Her email address from her number. You have a tidbit. It's all you have. So take that, go on a tangent, and try to find her email address. If she doesn't send it back, go find more stores. And again, what do you do on this one? This is one of your little chickadees. Keep it under your wing. Keep an eye on it. Okay?
Understood.
All right. Find more stores. Bye.
Well, dude, thank you again.
Cheers, brother. Well, that was exciting. We only have one person making a little comment here from Ryan. Danny, I just found your channel a few days ago and I'm loving the content. Well, thank you, Ryan. I'm learning a lot from you and your perspective on things. So rational and well-spoken. Well, thank you for saying that. All right, kids, I got more calls to make. You can see my phone flashing away like mad because I've got 37 people that want to call landlords. You want to be one of them? You want to own a laundromat? Here comes the sales pitch. Get the course, or for the love of God, do something else. My course is cheap, it's thorough, and it's the best information you can possibly get, because I'm not only bringing my knowledge to the table, but the knowledge of the thousands of stores that my students and clients have put in front of me in the past 20 years. Bye.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.